we will see how this race will go. Number 3 of the season is about to kick off. And boy, this will be a fun one here for the Strat Las Vegas 200. Third race of the season, second race of the day here, second of our doubleheader. It's going to be the second doubleheader I have run. So although this is still fairly new to me, at least this isn't the first time I have done it. But this is the first time that the conclusion of the first race and the start of the second race will come within a half hour of each other. So instead of spacing it out over doing one in the morning and next one later on in the evening, this will be a little different, running fairly back to back here. But nevertheless, here we go. Third race of the season for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. Austin Hill is on the pole. Gus Dean crashed in qualifying. He will start at the rear, as well as defending series champion Brett Moffitt will start at the rear of the field as well, leaving us to start in 30th in this race. 250 miles on a mile-and-a-half racetrack here, and the green flag will be in the air at Las Vegas. We are underway in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. 134 laps in this race. Sorry, for the 200 miles, not 250 miles. First race of the Truck Series that we are going to have with the steering wheel ever here. I did practice for about 7 laps, did not qualify though, and that's why we are starting at the rear of the field. So, not only I have never raced here in the Truck Series, I never raced in the Truck Series with the steering wheel before. It's a first for everything, of course. Very difficult to pass here. A little scared to pass, how tight it is. Ben here kind of stuck in traffic in the back. Trying to get underneath of Haley Deegan here. 3 wide in the middle, not where I wanted to be. And this is going to get very, very tight here going into turns 3 and 4. Trying to get the wheel to turn, and we do. So we're going to clear Deegan off of turn 4.
Still there. Inside.
Let's see how the tire wear is here.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Huge run on the top side of the racetrack.
Clear down low.
Oh, a little loose off the turn 4, down to the bottom, taking it 3 wide to the inside. Now running a little high on Josh Ryu. Had to get way out of the gas. Sorry, a Macy Ryu will slide on into the middle. And here through the trial, we're trying to make the pass down here.
Got one peeking outside. Car there on the inside.
And that time we do, and in fact we'll get a run on the outside of Spencer Boyd as well, and we'll get around him. Ross Chastain leading laps here in the early going of this race, despite not starting on the pole. Austin Hill was the pole sitter.
Wow, that's fast. Stay high up there.
2 different winners in the first 2 races of the season.
Clear down low.
44 truck of Kyle Benjamin won the first race at Daytona that I ran last night. And earlier today, in fact just concluded about a half hour ago, like I said, race number 2 was in the books, and it was won by me. So we've got 2 different winners, Kyle Benjamin and Ben Rhodes, who are running 1-2 in the standings as we speak. Took the points lead with that win earlier today. And after this race, only 13 races remain in the regular season, so it's very crucial to get every point possible with each finish, with no stages here to try and win the regular season title and get the 15 playoff points to enter the postseason on. Just trying to get the handling of the truck, that's first and foremost here. especially never racing with the trucks with the steering wheel here on NASCAR Heat 4 before. Only done it with the Cup Series. And even then, I've only done it one time. And that was at Atlanta. Never even raced this track in any of the series with the steering wheel yet. Having a tough time here trying to catch up to these guys right in front of me. Now maybe getting out of the gas a little bit too much in the corner. It's kind of hard to tell. Really tight, almost in the wall. That's how tight we got in turns 1 and 2. We're trying to run down Corbin Forrester. Felt like I was running pretty good times in practice, but did take a couple laps to get the hang of it, as well as you can see that is probably going to happen here in racetrack as well. Two pretty good races to start the season in the Truck Series. Both fairly short. Still kind of weird getting used to the short lengths in the Truck Series. 69 minutes at Daytona in that race, and 66 in Atlanta. A race that was 50 miles shorter, so see if this race can top that. 4 more laps to run here at Las Vegas than what we ran at Atlanta earlier today, but 400 miles in total between these two truck races. Trying to work on Clay Greenfield now for the 14th position. It's tough to say whether or not we've got the fastest car, especially early on in this race. Knowing I have not raced here before, other than the 7 laps of practice I had done with the steering wheel here. Anthony Alfredo trying to work on Sheldon Creed for position. That is for 13th. A slide job to get in front of Creed there. With them racing with each other, that's going to allow us to really close the gap, but Creed is going to throw the block on us here in the middle of the corner. Forces us to get out of the gas there in the middle of the turns. Back down to the inside once again. On Sheldon Creed, fighting hard. Really running him up the racetrack, but no contact was made. It was a clean. Now trying to work on the truck ahead of us of Alfredo. He goes to the inside, so we're going to run through the middle. A little tight on exit. Going to lose a little bit of speed here. He might have beaten us back to the gas. Third and first in the first 2 races of the season.
Got a car high now.
Kind of feel like Kyle Busch here running 2 races in one day. Might win them both, who knows. Kyle Busch would probably do the same. He ran 2 Truck Series races in one day. Rolled through turns 3 and 4 a lot better that time. Back to the top side of the racetrack. Very close to the wall there.
Car on the outside.
And out of nowhere comes the 24, Brett Moffitt, who started at the rear of the field. He is kind of caught up now. As he gets a little sideways in the corner, I got out of the gas to try and stay under him. We almost had our first accident of the race. I'm sure he might be coming back here right at us in the next lap or two. He does seem to be faster. To the outside again goes Moffitt. We're going to give him the lane, not going to try to block this time and possibly almost cause an accident again. Yep, not going to be able to stay in front of him there, so we'll stay to the inside. Moffitt's going to overtake us for the 12th position. Still side by side though on the entry into turns 3 and 4, so not giving up yet. He's not passing me as easily as we thought, but running the top side there, it's definitely going to blow by us on the front stretch. Near the tri-oval. Moffitt, although he did get around me, he's not really pulling away right now. He's just staying right on his back bumper. Kind of took my line away. He was running the outside though, so I should have expected him to keep running the outside all along. But he might be held up from the truck in front of him and Austin Hill, the pole sitter in this race, who has dropped back to 11.
Outside.
Now in danger of losing 2 more spots here with Ben Rhodes and Brett Moffitt. Gonna get around both cars in turns 1 and 2. An impressive move to go from 13th to 11th. And I'm sure now that Brett Moffitt might follow in pretty soon here. Try to get around Austin Hill for 12th. He's definitely faster. 2 of the drivers who started at the rear of the field have worked themselves up to 11th and 13th. Moffitt's still working on Hill for 12th. He should get around him here pretty soon. He's going to have to move off the top side of the racetrack to do it, though. Not sure who exactly led the first lap of the race, but Ross Chastain has led every lap from 2 to 22 at this point, as we are on lap 23 in this race. We get our 3rd different winner here in the 3rd race of the season. We are off to a good start right now. A little tight there in 3 and 4, able to get around the lap car, but Todd Gilliland, who is in 10th right now, is going to remain right in front of us at the line that time. Gilliland going to give us the top side of the track, though, and we're not going to get him that time. It's getting a little too tight in the corners, but a crossover move now by Rhodes on Gilliland. And we will complete the pass here for 10th. Again, just slowly working our way through the field. Definitely don't have as fast of a truck as what we had at Atlanta. Here in Vegas, it's a little bit wider of a racetrack than at Atlanta Motor Speedway, but still these bottom of the half tracks pretty narrow for the most part.
Still there?
Lap car of Kyle Benjamin, our Daytona winner, kind of holding off Stuart Friesen. Friesen fighting back on the outside though, not able to clear him, and now we do clear him off of turn 4. Got around him a lot easier than I thought we would. We're up to 9th. Highest position we have been in the race. 3 wide now right in front of us. Where do we go? We're going to take it to the inside. 4 wide now, but the caution will fly as we were 4 wide in the corner. And we will take our first pit stop of the race. 4 fresh tires will come. We're in the 9th position, and we will see how we will hold up on the restart. Go 48 laps on full tank of fuel here at Atlanta. So it looks like everybody is going to come onto pit road. Only the top 21 are on the lead lap. 22nd place driver Joshua Hume will get the free pass. And now the first caution of the race today.
Be ready here.
Here we go. We lost one spot on pit road. Went in 9th. We will restart 10th. Green flag in the air here at Vegas. Johnny Sauter. Restart. Oh, very tight. Natalie Decker in the top 10. She's having a good start to the race as well. But what a restart here for this 99 truck. Still 3 wide as we take it to the outside in turns 1 and 2.
Careful, still there.
Now into turns 3 and 4, trying to hold the line. It's Ross Chastain in the lead as he tries to hold on to it very tight off of 4, almost put it in the wall. But what a restart to get up to 6. Can we hold up with these guys though on the outside of the racetrack? Hard to tell. Here in turns 1 and 2, try to get the run on him.
Stay high, stay high. Clear low, bud.
Now down the back straightaway we go again. Brent Enfinger working to the inside.
Got one peeking inside.
Who clears for the 7th position, but we're going to get the run and we're going to get back down to the bottom of the track. We're going to use the apron through the tri-oval to now try a crossover move on Grant Enfinger to the bottom. Getting a little tight. We're going to stay off of him. 3 wide on the exit to turn 2. Slight contact with Ty Gillen. Rubbed me a little loose as soon as we got the contact.
Inside.
A little loose on entry into the corner into turns 3 and 4. We're going to lose multiple positions and we're right back to 10th where we will on the restart. Just a phenomenal battle going on here for the 7th position. 3 wide right in front of us once again.
There inside.
Natalie Decker fighting back to the inside. She wants to gain a spot.
Still there.
In to follow is Brett Moffitt. He might have one of the faster trucks in this race today. 100 laps to go here at Vegas. We have yet to lead a lap. A little tight and a little bit of contact again here with Ty Gillen. You could say that's a little payback because he kind of got under us and into us the first time. I don't think he's too upset with it.
Car outside, hold the
A
line.
little tight 3 and 4 again, almost sliding up into him, but he's going to scoop by on the outside, and now quickly down to the bottom will be Anthony Alfredo to overtake us here for 12th. So as you can see, our truck is not as fast on the short run. We do have a longer run truck speed. Side by side for the lead out there. Ross Chastain trying to get back underneath of Harrison Burton for position. Back down to the bottom, Rhodes. Getting a heck of a run for 12th here on Anthony Alfredo, but Alfredo will fight back on the top. Car's just way too tight on the bottom. When I run the top side of the track, it seems to handle a lot better. It seems to be a little bit faster here at Vegas in the truck series. very close to the wall, but the closer you run to the wall, the faster the car or the truck is. It's not the shortest way around the track, but you get a lot of straightaway speed getting the run off the banking. We'll see Gilliland right here despite Alfredo closing in on the corner speed. Gilliland able to stay clear. Maybe not. Alfredo was able to at least stay on this corner panel. We're going to run the middle here. We might make it. Yeah, they're going to be side by side just in front of us here for 11. We try to follow in as they almost make contact off of turn 4. Now 3 wide. 4th position. This is going to get tight. We slide up the racetrack, did not get into the corner well at all there. And a very heated battle for 11th here between these 3 trucks. With only 96 laps to go, every position is so vital here. Again, just a 200-mile race. About as short as the races come here in the Truck Series. Going to run the top side here, going to get more straightaway speed again. And again, we're going to try to take it to the inside of Alfredo. 3rd time is the charm if we can make the pass.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
Going to slide in front, crossover move now by Alfredo, back to the inside. Now a little loose on the exit of the corner with him running the top. He's got the straightaway speed to cross over. We will run the top now in 1 and 2. Didn't get through that corner though as well, but we will get the straightaway speed on exit.
Still there. Clear low.
Gilliland, who has been running the top pretty consistently, he will run the top again, and we will try to slide job our way on in. And we do, and now Gilliland takes to the inside. Contact is made, and now more contact with Alfredo. We almost get hooked, and around goes the Ford truck behind. Caution will fly for the 2nd time today. So I got very, very loose off of 4 with the tight space to go. Tried to keep it off the wall. Got into the side of the Ford truck of Gilliland. He goes around. And we get our 2nd caution of the race. So unfortunately for him, he will likely have some damage. He might have saved it. But he definitely went around through the tri-oval. I'll give the free pass to front row Joe Nemechek. Everybody from 18th on back will stay out here with limited tires in the Truck Series. We'll hear that a lot over the course of the season. We only pit for tires 4 times. We have pit once already, so we weren't going to pit a 2nd time there. Green flag is going to be back in the air here at Las Vegas, and we'll see how we are on this run. 91 laps to go.
Careful, still there.
Enfinger did not take off on the restart, but now we got a couple trucks right in front of us. We didn't take off that well either. Just inside of the 54, contact is made as we barrel our way through into turns 3 and 4. Trying to stay true to these guys and hold on to it.
Hold your line, got 1 inside. Clear all around.
Now to the inside of Johnny Sauter for 8. Quickly able to get side.
Hold your line, got 1 outside.
We're freezing, but we're not going to be able to hold on to the position. Off of turn 4, very tight. Kept it off of him though. Trying to get used to the handling of this thing still.
Still there.
Truck is very tough to handle. Almost have another accident there. But luckily, we weren't involved in the first one. We were very close to being involved. Very, very close that time to getting in a 2nd wreck. Looking at Alfredo though now is track the top 10. He tries to slide right in front of us. He doesn't. We get the side draft off of him as well as the straightaway speed to begin with. Ben Rhodes now into the 9th position. What a day so far here for this 99 team with 88 laps to go. Gonna run the middle line here through turns 1 and 2.
Got a
Oh,
now. You got
kissed the
room,
wall
clear
there
that.
on the exit of turn 2, but nothing too bad, and it looks...
Caution.
Yep, we have a truck blowing up right in front of us there. And the caution will fly for the 3rd time. So as we get the truck blowing up in front, not sure who it was. Ross Chastain, wow, the race leader. The guy that has been dominating the early part of the race seems to have blown an engine. And we'll have to see if he'll come back from that. I'm going to try pitting here. Going to play a little bit different strategy here. 4 tire stops, so we were in 9th. We will move back to 19th. And we will lose 1 spot on pit road to Todd Gilliland.
Hammer down, green's out.
Green
Got
flag
one
back in the
outside.
air, though. We'll take the fresh tires and try to get back out in front once again.
Careful, still there. Car high, careful.
Still trying to work to the inside. An amazing restart for Ben Rhodes here in the 99 truck. Now taking it 3 wide to the inside into turns 3 and 4.
Careful, still
On
there.
Natalie Decker. So this is 4
Careful,
position
still
now
there.
down to the apron here.
You're all clear up top there.
Try and make the pass.
Car high, careful.
Got 4 fresh tires here, trying to take tires versus track position, but this is very risky though, especially with knowing we've only had 3 cautions in this race, but with a little less than 80 laps to go, we also know
You got room,
we
you're
can only
clear
pit
there.
for tires 2 more times. And to look to the inside of the 88 truck of Matt Crafton.
Careful, still there.
We're going to get there, now to the inside of Anderson, Jordan Anderson for
Got room,
3rd.
you're clear there.
Brett Moffitt started the race in last. Last place in 32nd. He's trying to get around the 18 truck here for the race lead. Battle for the lead going on as Moffitt goes to the top side now. We're going to run the bottom, and we're going to slide job right in front of him here for 2nd. We clear him off of turn 4. Moffitt back to 3rd. Rhodes with the fresh tires here up to 2nd. Burton in the lead with 81 to go. Now to the inside for the race lead here on Harrison Burton. Drives it in deep. Slide job in front and now a crossover move by Burton to the inside. But he can't make it. We're clear off of turn 2. And it'll be a lead change when we get back to the line. We try to run full throttle through turns 3 and 4 to get away from him. We can. Lead change at the line. Ben Rhodes will lead for the first time in the race here at Las Vegas. On a little different pit/tire strategy here. With pitting under that last caution. Trying to get to the front any way we possibly can. See if Moffitt can try to overtake Burton here for 2nd. As we go to the in-truck cam for the first time here tonight. With 79 laps to go. Night racing here at Vegas. Kind of convenient though with the double header the way it is. It feels kind of cool that the first race I ran today was in the daytime. 6 o'clock here Eastern Standard Time. Still pretty sunny. Started the next race at 6:30. But the sun is all but about down here. The sun will definitely be down by the end of this race. As we run right now. And out of nowhere, Ross Chastain trying to fight for the race lead. 77 laps to go. Ross Chastain has come from behind. It must not have been an engine failure. It must have just been a tire. Because Chastain is fighting out of nowhere. Here he comes side by side for the lead off of turn number 2. Side drafting off of him now, trying to get the advantage into 3 and 4.
Careful, still there.
Who will have it off of turn 4 as we run the very top of the track, clear off of 4. Ross Chastain back out in front here at Vegas. With 76 laps to go. And what a way to get to the front for him. East Motorsports won the opening race of the year at Daytona, but it was not Chastain getting the victory. It was young gun teammate Kyle Benjamin. Chastain trying to have his own success in a different car for the same race team. Out of the hood cam for the first time tonight. Chastain already a second ahead of us, just got around us 2 laps ago. Gonna pause this race here down the back stretch next time. I'm gonna have to feed my dog here. Probably should have done that in between races, but I don't like pausing in the middle of the races, but we are going to do so very soon. So here we go, we'll pause this race. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, sorry about that, folks, but we are back here at Las Vegas. As we try to get this race back underway here. We've only had 3 cautions here in this one. But despite the fact of only having 3 cautions, this race has just been flying by. In the second position here, we have led only a couple laps in this race, but you can say we have led a couple laps under green pit strategy, but seems as if it could be a good one. And you can just see how well Chastain is running out there out in front. We try to run him back down. It's going to be tough, though. Chastain is definitely class of the field here in this race. He tries to get a win and try to become the 3rd different winner here in the first 3 races of the season. Although we did get a win at Atlanta, who's to say we're not going to have to need another win to clinch a playoff spot, because we're going to have 13 races left and we can only get 5 more winners if we have another different winner here in this one. $71 laps to go. having the front bumper cam for the first time here today. Feel like we are just running ever so quick of laps here. And it's very well true. Only was able to lead 3 laps here under green before I lost the lead to Ross Chastain. A few laps into the restart. There's 69 laps to go. Chastain is now widening it out to about a 5-second race lead. Run full throttle through 3 and 4. That doesn't work at all. We lose control. But we are going to save it, thankfully. And that will give Ross Chastain an even bigger advantage. Bigger advantage and a bigger lead here for Chastain.
All right, you're clear.
I do have to say that was pretty unfortunate, but we were able to hang on to it there. A little bit of a scary moment. Well, we are in second.
Half down, half to go. This time by.
67 laps to go. About a 10.5-second lead for Ross Chastain. Knowing we can pit 2 more times in this race, interesting to decide the race winner here. Clear to say that Ross Chastain obviously is the one to beat. He is in lap traffic right now, and there's an 11-second lead over Ben Rhodes. Another half-second back in lead is Harrison Burton, but Chastain kind of caught in the lap traffic, so hopefully we can get through the lap cars a lot quicker than he is. He's not struggling bad, just a little bit. We gained 0.3 of a second on him that lap. And slowly pulling back away from third place Harrison Burton and the rest of the field again. Back to the in-truck cam once again here with 64 laps to go. Here in Las Vegas, this track is pretty bumpy, so tire wear does definitely play a factor, but not as big of a factor as it did at Atlanta in the last race. Go to alternative camera angles here. The lead has been cut down to 8 seconds now. We still have not yet caught the lap traffic where Chastain is in the middle of it. We're definitely running some very fast lap times compared to what we were.
Wave them off. Caution's out.
Caution is out here with 62 laps to go. It is our 4th of the race. Not sure what happened there. What?
Big cooler, top of the load, you got water. I really want to fix water. It's heavy. Wait. I got another round.
Here we go once again. We are back. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We are going to pit under caution. Nope, we did not choose to pit in time, so we will actually have a fresh restart here. So,
Are you ready here?
interesting pit strategy going on. Green flag back in the air at Las Vegas with 59 laps to go. Great jump on the restart here. Tyler Dipple trying to fall in line. He works to the inside of Todd Gilliland for second. We're on the outside here in turns 3 and 4. Only the top 6 stayed out that time. We can elect to pit 2 more times yet. The tires should not be a problem to the end of this race. Yeah. Quickly now to the inside. Here comes the new race leader, Tyler Ankrum. 55 laps to go. Everybody with fresh tires now starting to blow around us. Tires are getting very, very warm, but the longer we stay out,
Outside.
more of a chance we start to catch up to these guys with the fresh tires in front of us.
Inside.
Gotta hold the line on the outside of the racetrack there as we do.
Still there. Got a car coming inside now.
We get 3 wide here off of turn 4. Very tight once again. Waiting for all these trucks to get around us. Brett Moffitt is the current race leader here. He has just passed Tyler Anchor for the race lead. We have fallen back to the 12th position.
You're wearing those tires down, driver.
.52 laps to go.
See if we can manage our tire wear a little, okay?
Catching back up here to Corbin Forrester for 11th. Brett Moffitt continues to try and get away with the race lead.
All right, you're clear. Got one peeking
There
inside.
is Corbin Forrester, and now he tries to crossover move here for 11th. He beats and clears us back to the line. 50 laps to go now.
Easy on those tires, driver.
Great battle going on for 11th now here between Forrester and Rhodes. Gonna have to pit this time though.
Easy on the tires, driver.
On the outside here, trying to clear Forrester off of turn number 2.
Clear low.
Moving back to the gas. Use the banking on the outside of the racetrack here. And now carrying it down onto pit road.
Car outside. Slow down.
Green flag pit stops here in Vegas. We're within the pit window. Not sure if the tires will make it to the end from here, but we will see. 4 fresh tire pit stop coming up here. Going to repair a little bit of damage we had from on-track activity. And here we are, again, 47 laps to go. We will likely fall a lap down for the moment, but hopefully we can have a quick enough pit stop, get back on track, cycle all the way through, and hopefully make up some ground in the process. Only led 3 laps throughout the entirety of this race, so it's going to be a very, very close race to the finish.
All right, now, take.
Shipping up through the gears now as we get up to speed. One lap down, but we should be a lot faster than these guys here with 46 to go. We could still pit for tires one more time if we choose to. Amazing what fresh tires will do for a difference here. Looks like we are really stuck to the racetrack very well compared to when racing with the worn out tires just a little bit ago.
Still there. You got room, you're clear there.
How much time can we make up though? Before they all do come down on the pit road.
Alright, clear outside.
They will have to make at least one more stop to the finish. We might be good to go to the end, and if not, hopefully the caution falls right. Was looking to pit
Way on the bottom.
under the last caution, ended up staying out.
Top three, using
A last second decision here. We've only had 4 cautions in this race. Sorry, 3 cautions in this race. I was kind of hoping and expecting there was a possibility that we could have run this race to the finish. Oh man, Knight Snyder about blocked us into the wall. We were a lot faster than he was in the closing right there. He chose the outside and we stayed right with him. That kind of hurt the speed of our car that lap. Hopefully it doesn't hurt us too much more. On into the future here.
Careful, still there. Car high, careful there.
All over Dylan Lupton now. Passing these trucks right now, though, are not for position. But they are really holding me up big time.
Top three, use it if you need it. All clear.
Possible pass here on the Sard. This is pole position.
You're clear.
It's a battle for 24th, but again with fresh tires, should be able to get around these guys. And we do. We're up to 24th. Still a lap down. Down to the apron now. Brett Moffitt is just taking the lead away now from Ross Chastain as everybody kind of getting stuck in the lap traffic. There's really nowhere to go. probably start staying to the middle and the high line of the racetrack. It seems to be where I'm making up the most of my lap times, and this is the advantage I've got with the 4 fresh tires here. So now we've got some takers onto pit road. For what is looking like it'll be their final pit stop of the race.
Stay low, stay low. Clear all around.
Where will the race leaders of Ross Chastain and Brett Moffitt pit?
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there. Still there. You got room, you're clear there.
I see when you really coming in. It's pretty good and pretty fast on entry, but on exit it just doesn't seem to be as fast unless I'm running the top line. Get the run off the banking in the corner, but not good that time at all. Kind of slapped the wall again in 1 and 2, and just that little bit is just hurting so much of the car's speed. And whatever ground we do pick up on the race leader, Brett Moffitt, we just lose it, or at least lose most of it, right back. Last 3 or 4 laps just been really tight, both in turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Still about 2/3 of a racetrack behind Moffitt here, and another lap added onto that. I don't believe we're the first car lap down here in 20th, but again, though, just trying to race as hard as we can to get as close to the front as we can. Very strong possibility here for a 3-caution race. Only a few cars had pit. The only drivers that have pit so far are the 6 drivers that stayed out under the last caution, so we might very well be able to make it on field to the finish. Going to be the closest one on field to the finish here, as we have 29 laps to go, and I've got 29 laps left in the tank, but I don't know if my tires are going to last. I know the other 5 will, because they just pitted about 10 laps ago. So their tires are going to make it to the end. Not sure if mine will.
Still Still there.
Go down to the apron
You
once
got
again
room.
here,
You're
trying to
clear.
get around temperature car. Again, though, just trying to pick up as much speed as possible on the racetrack. Very tight on the exit of turn 4 there all of a sudden. And get out of the gas. Worst place to get out of the gas, really cuts a lot of your straightaway speed down, whether you run the top or the bottom. Especially if you run the bottom of the corner like we did on entry. Definitely hurts the truck even worse.
Alright, you're
Catching
clear
up to
then.
Josh Balicki though, he's only 6.5 seconds ahead of us. We've got more trucks that have seemingly come onto pit road here within the last few laps. And 26 laps remain. Hindsight's always 20/20, and it seems like the second chance idea of staying out versus pitting under the last caution might hurt us, because if we are going to win this race, because I don't believe we're going to make it on tires to the finish here, we're going to need another caution, but we can't have that caution until after the leaders pit,
Clear all around there.
or at least until we get back to the lead lap. But gonna have to stay out and push it as long as we possibly can, carrying a ton of speed there with the draft and running the top side of the track. Easily gonna zoom by him on the straightaway. Well, we kind of jumped down to the apron there through the trioval as well. Diming that corner off of turns 1 and 2. Gonna pass Josh Balicki now for 19.
Clear all around.
Can't tell for sure. I believe we have 2 trucks that have DNF'd in this race already. Maybe 3. We had 3 in the last race we ran earlier in the day at Atlanta. Gonna go high here in the trioval to get around 9, so we're gonna cut our speed down just a little bit.
You're clear.
After just getting to the start-finish line as we were in the center of turns 1 and 2, so. Seemed like right away we were pulling away from them, but then after a little bit of time, it just seems like by the time our tires wore out to a certain extent, we weren't really gaining a lot on them. About 10-15 laps fresher tires is good for
28 laps to go.
that long of a run, but then after that it just kind of levels out the playing field. But we couldn't stretch it any longer. I mean, it was just the risk we were willing to take at the time. And it's just amazing to me we were even able to go that far. And you just wonder, I mean, can our tires make it? 20 laps to go. We've got 21% on the right front. It's not that bad. Don't think we're going to be able to do it unless we get help. Try to get around Joe Nemechek for 18th. And around the outside we go. We're easily able to get by him. Laps to go.
Go easy on the tires.
And that right front tire is just not going to last much longer.
Got one outside now. You're all clear up top.
Get around Josh Reunion that time. Down to the apron here to kind of shorten the length of the racetrack. 17 laps to go as again we try to last as long as we can on these set of tires. We are in the likelihood of having our worst finish of the year out of the first 3 races of the year.
We're going to need those tires to last, driver.
And go to the inside of Austin Wayne's self for 16th. We're going to get around him pretty easily. 16 laps to go. We do have to make that green flag pit stop. I believe we're only going to take right side tires.
We're going to need those tires to
Leaders
last,
on the
driver.
pit road though. We're going to stay out here just a little bit longer. Down to the apron we go. We're going to get our lap back here as Brett Moffitt is on pit road. So we are back on the lead lap here at Las Vegas, and we'll see how much time we have gained. Johnny Sauter is the current race leader on pit road. But when will they come out of the pits?
Pitting car just ahead.
We're still about a half track behind.
Clear low, bud. Inside, inside.
Lupton in 14th. He will come on the pit road right now.
All clear.
We just cleared Tyler Ankrum. Brett Moffitt back on to the racetrack here with 14 laps to go at Las Vegas.
Got one peeking inside.
We have just moved up to the 7th position. So all in all, after the course of the pit stops, we move up to 7th. We will come down onto pit road here.
Careful. Back
2
it down,
tires.
back it down.
So a 2-tire pit stop. And we will take just a half can of fuel, so a quarter tank of fuel here. So here's our 2-tire stop. Hopefully we can at least stay on the lead lap, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Here we are back onto the racetrack here.
You're clear of pit road.
There's Stuart freezing. And the shark's going to get very, very loose now. 4 seconds, 4.5. Still not up to speed, obviously, so we're in 19th. And I believe we are a lap down once again. Yeah, we are. We're about a lap down. 12 laps to go. Just trying to finish the race out at this point. Only led 3 laps here in this one. Well, I guess we led a little bit more than that. About 6 laps in the course of this entire race. Praying for a caution here as soon as possible.
All clear.
Maybe give ourselves a chance.
Inside, inside. You're clear all around there.
Our 2 tires versus the 4 tires on the rest of the field here. You're just not going to be able to hold off a lot of these guys. We can pit for 4 tires though if a caution comes out. We will definitely do, regardless of the fact if we will be first car lap down or not. I can guarantee we will not be the first car 1 lap down if a caution is to fly for the 4th time here tonight. Just trying to hang on to it at this point. Dylan Lupton closing in on us. In the 5 truck, we go down to the apron here with 9 laps to go in the race. For being a lap down, we only have 7 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Every point matters, and it just doesn't look like we're going to have a good race for ourselves here. Ross Chastain seemed to be the class of the field, but it looks like...
Got a car coming inside now.
He is likely in 2nd. We do know Brett Moffitt is for sure the race leader as Lufkin gets around us here for 19th. That will drop us back to the 20th position. Austin Wayne himself is on 2.5 seconds back of us here. Going to try to battle back and get back around Lufkin though. Crossover move back to the inside here. Into turns 3 and 4. But he's going to stay right on us. He might be in danger of going 2 laps down here. I didn't, a little contact there with Lufkin. I didn't think that was going to happen, but 5 laps to go now at the line this time for the race leader. And clear Lufkin again now for 19, trying to get him right back. Lap car of Travis Quaffle coming up on us.
Stay on the bottom.
Gonna have to fight with the race leaders though if the time does come. We go back down to the apron again.
To go, driver.
We have 6 laps to go here in Vegas. We are not going to catch Corbin Forrester as he is just pulling away from us, but we might be able to try and get back away from Dylan Lupton and hang on to position here. Brett Moffitt just having a tough time here throughout the lap traffic. But will we have a close finish to the end of this race though? That could very well happen. We'll go back down to the apron one more time. To try a little. Ran so good on the 1.5 mile track at Atlanta. Got our first win of the season, but that's seemingly going to be about it. He's so loose right now with these two fresh tires. The fact everybody else has 4, including the race leader of Brett Moffitt, but we're just trying to stay and finish only 1 lap down rather than 2. We have 4 laps to go. 2 laps to go, though, at the line this time for Brett Moffitt. So 2 laps to go in the race. Moffitt is very close to us, trying to run his fastest laps of the race. Can he get back to the white flag? Because if he does, the next flag will end the race, whether it is the yellow or the checkered. No more trucks separating me and Moffitt. We have 3 to go, but coming to the white flag this time. White flag in the air, and the caution flies just after Moffitt gets to the white flag as we finally get our 4th caution of the race. Unbelievable. So it looks like Kyle Benjamin will be the slow car that might have brought the yellow out there. And so under caution, A 68-minute race here at Las Vegas. Under caution, Brett Moffitt will get the race win. We're going to bring it home in 19. We finished one lap down. Ross Chastain does finish in second. He was seemingly closing in on Moffitt. A little bit of an anticlimactic finish in that one, though. We're going to remain the points leader, so that's a good sign. Moffitt, who is 5th in points, will get the win, and he will be the 3rd driver to clinch a spot in the playoffs. Got a 4-point lead over Tyler Ankrum, though, so nothing to complain about that. Although it wasn't our day. We did get a win today, though. In the Atlanta race, first race of the doubleheader, you can see Benjamin 11th in points, so that win is very crucial for him. But he's got to hope that we don't get more than 8 different winners this season. Brett Moffitt had the fastest lap of the race at 31.568. He also led the most laps. He led 54 of our 134 laps. As he was on the move as well. He started 31st, drove all the way to the front. Austin Hill. So that will be it for this one here at Las Vegas in the Truck Series. Hope you guys enjoyed this race throughout, and I will see you in the next video.